Rugby's Calcutta Cup is actually the most famous Christmas tradition that you never knew about. And that's because this rivalry didn't start Twickenham or Murrayfield. It started on Christmas Day. Christmas Day in 1872 in Calcutta. In British India, 20 Englishmen versus 20 Scots. A game of rugby that most people honestly have never heard of. That match is the one that lit the fuse. Rugby exploded in popularity amongst British expats in India, and that led to the creation of the Calcutta Rugby Football Club. Former rugby school pupils, British soldiers, they were all like thousands of miles away from home. Now, that club actually only survived 6 years. But when it folded, they did something extraordinary. They took 270 rupees, they melted the silver down, they turned it into a trophy. And what I love is they didn't do it for themselves, they did it for rugby. They handed it over to the RFU, and they were saying, the best way to do some lasting good for the game was to give them that. Now, the RFU had no idea what to do at that point. I mean, at one point, someone even suggested using it like the FA Cup. And that idea was rejected pretty much immediately because it was too competitive, too un-amateur. So they made a decision that changed rugby history. England versus Scotland. Once a year, winner keeps the cup. The first Calcutta Cup match was actually played in 1879 in Edinburgh. It finished 0-0. A year later, England finally won it outright. And one of the sport's oldest rivalries was locked in forever. And we could recognise it going all the way back to that first game at Raeburn Place in Edinburgh in 1871. And since then, the Calcutta Cup has been contested almost every single year. It survived world wars, it survived format changes, it survived modern rugby. It's only ever been England versus Scotland, nothing else. No other teams, no dilution. We've had over 130 matches so far. I won't go into the numbers because England are ahead and I do not wish to upset my Scottish friends. I might put it up there. The trophy itself, though, records the results all the way back to that first international in 1871. And so it's a really interesting thing, right? We can see the history in that shield. Or should I say trophy? I'm obsessed with shields. So today, we love it, we talk about it, but actually, it's a Christmas gift. The trophy was born on Christmas Day. And this is your reminder that some traditions start in unexpected places. So when you next see a Calcutta Cup match up for action, remember it didn't start in 1871. It started in 1872 with a essentially club team, and it was never actually played for until 1879. We can create new things. Magic can happen. Merry Christmas.